Ollie?
Okay, welcome to day 5. I've already said something today, or not? No. So, it would have been great if I managed to get the GoPro on while we filmed the Jess scenes, but I forgot because I was in the moment doing that, so sorry. I'll just show you bloopers. And right now we're about to do the scene where Ollie first sees the flash of light from the explosion, and he quickly rushes out of bed and throws a mattress up to barricade the window from the sonic boom, or sonic wave, and as the wave hits, he'll send him flying across to the other side of the room. So we're going to get this from several different angles to see which looks the best, but I need to remember the continuity to make sure the bedding and everything's in the right place. I am personally in the right place from all the different shots, my hair's looking the same. And we're going to be throwing it up and then making sure everything stays out shot and stuff like that. So the best place for you, I think, is going to be on top of the door or something like that, around the hook, around the back of the door. So I'll pop you up there so you can see how we do this. My heart's already like, my breathing's quite laboured because I'm just like so excited to like nail this shot. Because this is probably the only real action scene for this entire film, and the difficulty is when I go flying back, there's not enough room between the end of the bed and the bed itself, like the walkway. There's not enough room for me to throw myself down, so we've got to be careful the way we do that because I don't really want to actually hurt myself. Although we'll try and make it look like I have. Okay, we good? That's recording. I don't know where to throw my phone, that's the only problem. As we go, what did I just drop it on the floor there? Well, what happens to the bedside table and the rest of the film? Is that a shot in the corner of the room? It's pointless.
Why did you use your phone now?
Well, the EMP knocked it out.
Yeah.
And even though there's a chance your phone can still work, it doesn't work for my story, because then you could just call Jess. That's not the point! Plot hole! This is the way the law works in this film.
Alright, you ready?
Okay, hold on.
Recorder?
So not ready. Okay.
Recorder?
Yeah. When I come close around to you there, don't worry about focus on me.
No,
Just
no.
try not to get too much of the window, because it's quite bright.
Okay, so you just want me to
Sort of
throw it up
focus
and then
and then on the window.
Okay,
But
let's
you
do it.
can get the window in, but not like too much to emphasise it,
Yeah.
especially not the top of it. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the mattress up, and then I'm going to throw this to cover the top of it.
You're going to throw back?
What?
You're going to jump back?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not doing the mattress, sorry, ignore that. Yeah, it's just the...
Just
not
the,
doing
just the
duvet, doing
mattress.
the mattress.
Yeah.
I always get duvet and mattress all mixed up. Okay.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, and action. Okay. That was way quicker than I expected. Yeah, do you want to look at that?
Yeah.
It caught me off guard how quick it actually was going to be. I think I might do more of a sweep around.
Unfortunately, the mattress didn't fall back down on me, which is what I wanted.
I thought the angle was...
But we are doing several angles, so don't worry about that.
I think 50 mil overall actually is still better. I think it's too wide of an angle, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Shows too much of the room in the space.
Yeah.
I think I could half it down. That's alright.
We'll do it again.
It'd be better if this blew down with me, because I sort of just jumped back.
Yeah, that's what I
It looks a
thought,
bit
yeah.
ropey.
Bring it with you then. Bring it down with you.
So maybe
Have your hand,
my
have your
left
right
hand
arm at
could
the
be
top,
caught.
and then Yeah, so then it falls there.
But don't get too focused on this. Keep focus on me, because if you show too much of the window, they'll be like, why isn't the blind flapping? Where's like the smog and all that? So we just need to
I'm just gonna
keep
like
real tight on me. But yeah, let's throw on. I'm gonna throw on the 50mm, so it's a tighter. Thank you. So it's a tighter shot. But that was proper energetic. That was. Splashy made the ball. Anyway, see. You're not going, hello, is anyone in there?
Yeah,
it's not pantomime. So what you're doing is you're like, hey, is anyone in there? Please, you gotta let me in. What's the lines again?
There's anyone in there, please help me.
Hello. Say hey, or hi, whatever. Hey, is anyone in there? Please, you gotta help me. You gotta help me. Please, let me in. And then I want to no. And then as you get shot, I want you to, as if your body's hit the floor. The top body's the top floor.
I just will hit the floor.
Huh?
I just will hit the floor. But what I'm gonna do is not wear this fucking thing.
Yeah, it muffles you nicely.
Oh, is anyone in there? It says exactly the same.
No, put it on.
Hello, is anyone in there?
Yeah, it reverberates.
Hello, is anyone in there?
It reverberates, which is better.
And it makes it more awkward to act.
You're not on camera, so don't worry about that.
Grrr.
Grrr. Right, and don't hit the floor. Hit this when you get shot. Very, very last scene. It is almost done. Almost done. We just got a couple of takes to do. It'll be more than one take for this one to get it nailed. But this, unfortunately we can't do a dolly zoom, so I'll have to do like a digital Zolly in post. The frame is moving in, and this is when he starts to contemplate whether or not he should let this guy in or not, and he's like scared because he doesn't know what to do. And then this is the sort of emphasis on throughout the entire film. You hear this tapping, which is constantly playing on his mind, and the tapping is of this gun, of this guy that shot this other stranger outside his sort of apartment as such. So he's sort of just like, and that's one of the reasons why he doesn't want to leave, because he's heard originally he was like just scared and he's collecting his thoughts and ideas, and all of a sudden this explosion, this guy came in and he was like possessed side, and he was contemplating whether or not to let them in, and then all of a sudden, and he's like just froze and he just doesn't know what to do, and this sort of gives him a reasoning for staying here. And then because of the smog, he starts to go a little doolally, and that's when Oliver 2 comes in, Oliver Blackshirt comes in and starts messing with his head, and he just doesn't know what to do, and he's lost without Jess. So it's a psychological survival, really. Anyway, we're about to get it shot, so I will see you once we've wrapped. Oh, tuna wrapped, Caesar salad wrapped, hoisin duck wrapped. Those are the wraps you can get. Thank you for your contribution. Okay, good. Oh, I think we got it. And that is a tuna wrap. Oh, we're done. It's all been shot. There's bits that I definitely wish I could shoot again, but I want to take it as a learning curve. I guess I could always try a reshoot, but to be honest with you, I just want to go outside and enjoy this sun while it's still sunny. It has been a bit of a stressful few days. Mostly me and Quinn having arguments every 10 seconds because I'm a very argumentative type of person. So if it's my way or no way, as Jess is. But no, it's been, especially the last 2 days have been the better days, because we sort of had a bit more of a knowledge of what we're doing, a better understanding of our equipment and how it works, and how the changing the lenses gets a different angle. So sort of half of timeline 2 and then timeline 3 are probably the better shots compared to timeline 1. Timeline 1 is very dark, which is technically present time, but I don't know if I like that actually, because it shows how dark and how caved in he is. So it's very stylistic, somewhat unintentionally, but there was an intention to make it darker anyway, just not quite as dark as it is. The more than likely will be grain when we go through editing, which will be a bit of an irritation, but I think in a sense that will add to the characteristics of the film and not seen as a major flaw, but we'll see once I start editing. But yeah, thanks to Quinn for coming down and helping me out with this, because with him I definitely would have been stuck. As much as times he's hated me and I've hated him, you know, we're brothers at the end of the day, and we always come through it thick or thin. We drive each other mad, there's no doubt about that, and we knew it before we even started that we'll have a lot of bust-ups and a lot of aggravated shouts. I mean, the main thing with me is if I'm angry or I shout or I moan or anything like that, that's more of a way of just venting and getting it out. It's not necessarily directed at whoever's in front of me. It's just I need to just get it out and just have my little tantrum, and then we can go back to things being normal again. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed those sort of behind the scenes of how we did things and how we shot things. In hindsight, I wish I could have shot a bit more. I think at the end of the day I did need to focus more on the film and less on this. So maybe next time round, when I've got a bit more of an idea of what I'm doing with the cameras and the lighting and the audio, I can get a bit better with this behind the scenes. But yeah, so now it's a relaxing couple of days off, and then we'll jump into the editing suite and see. Oh, that's so weird to say, the editing side of things, because this time last week, nothing was even filmed, and now it's a wrap. It's quite pleasing to say that I've got all the footage. I backed it up to 3 different hard drives because I'm like, I'm not losing any of it. Yeah, it's editing now. It's going to be spending days in front of a computer. So I spent days in one particular room sweating like crazy because we wanted to keep the window closed so we didn't have any external noise coming in, the road noise, any wind, because it's actually been quite windy the past couple of days given it's so hot as well. And then we've also haven't had any fans on because the fans would be making noise in the scene. I really, just bear with me, I really wanted to shoot with the Osmo for this film. Just put it on. Really wanted to shoot with this for this film because it gives a nice cinematic look with it being very steady in it. I wanted a lot more long shots and a less cutting frame by frame sort of thing. But as you can hear, the fan is incredibly noisy. So when I go out and about and I shoot like my explore, how are you meant to shoot an indoor scene with that noise? When I'm out and about and I'm shooting, right, I never shoot audio with this thing, but because you're out in the elements, you've got every bit of ambient noise and atmospheric noise around you, so that's not really of a big deal. But in a small room, a small confined room, right, that is just so noisy. It's actually ridiculous, and I've always known it's been a bit noisy, but I've never really shot indoors with it, so I haven't had to deal with how noisy it is. But we've come to shoot, and well, I've come to do some test footage with it beforehand, because this was meant to be the B camera. This wasn't actually meant to shoot the entire film. This was meant to be the secondary camera. This was meant to do more of like the master shots and like the secondary shot for when we did anything, like we didn't have to reshoot things from different angles. We already had the other angle done and sorted. So really the process would have been a bit quicker if this had worked properly. It's an amazing bit of kit. I do love it to pieces, but it's so inconvenient. So yeah, at the end of that, you've seen the film now. I haven't even edited it, but you've seen it by the time this goes out. So I hope you enjoyed it. And you know, from here it can only get bigger and better. And I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that helped me out with this and made it become a reality. It was roughly 4 months in the making. The script has been written over a certain amount of time, but the real turnaround has been this week when everyone came together to help shoot it. So it officially took 5 days to shoot, but bear in mind this one didn't get out of bed till like 12, so we were shooting in the afternoon till about 9. In fact, was it last night, Quinn? We were filming until midnight. Yeah, so we were filming until midnight last night. They have been long days, and we have literally been stuck inside. So now we can't wait to just go out and. I'm not one of these people that like to sunbathe, but I'm more than happy to settle for that just to get out of here. Yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and yeah, I will see you in the next installment, whatever that may be, a vlog, another film, an audio play, or whatever I want to do, whatever I decide to do, whatever my mind thinks of next. I'll see you next time.